Thank you. Tip of the cap to Mildrew for Fancy Pants. Mildrew for Fancy Pants. Thank you so much. If you're listening on iHeartRadio, let me know where you do that. I'd like to know where people are if they're out of state. Guardians are off tonight. They're on their way to Toronto. They will start up the weekend series against the Blue Jays. And about a week later, Blue Jays will be here in town. So 3 games this weekend. Then the Guardians come back to host the Mariners and then the Blue Jays at Progressive Field. And you'll hear all of it, of course, here on WMMS. Your promo code for the month of June is the word Cardinal, for people who are asking me. That's 20% off, whatever you get at Cleveland Clothing Company, all this month. We're about halfway through. But there's no maximum number of times you can use it. So just remember Cardinal. If you're going to be shopping, you can do it online. You can do it in the store. Boy, the Celtics are blowing the Mavericks out.
Oh, this is such a boring finals.
I thought this was going to be like a really fun back and forth for people who are watching the NBA championship game. And the Mavs, they're just bending over, man.
Mm-hmm. They made a good comeback last night because they were down 21 in the fourth quarter, and I was like, man, I think I'm going to turn this game off. And then they got back, and they at least made it kind of close at the end. But Luka Doncic fouled out. It's just been really just like the last round wasn't good. The playoffs started off pretty decent, but the Eastern Conference and Western Conference finals were pretty bad, and then the finals is just garbage. Unless you're a Celtics fan, which
you're high-fiving each other.
Having a very good time.
Is Jason Kidd still their coach in Dallas?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I thought it was going to be more exciting, and thus far it has not been. So I'm curious what's going to happen with Kyrie Irving and the people who now own the Mavericks. Because, their deal with Mark Cuban is that he would still essentially run the team, but he turned over ownership to the Adelsons, and they are, for the most part, huge, huge right-wing donors. And I'm wondering if for the most part, they kind of leave Kyrie alone to be a goof, and that's putting it mildly. But there's going to be something happening there where he's going to run afoul of what those owners think. Mark Cuban has kind of run interference for a while for Kyrie Irving, but he's going to say something, which he invariably does, that's going to piss a lot of people off. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the people who own that team, because that's the ultimate show of how much they value you, is if they're, if they hang in. And I don't know how well he's.
I don't think he's going to get.
He's
playing really well for them. So I think as long as he's selling tickets and performing at a high level, they're going to be like, hey, we don't care what he says.
Okay,
he's making the team money.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike from Parma here, not the Mike from Parma, but a Mike from Parma. I know you guys were talking about Chestnut getting banned on Tuesday, but live Monday, September 2nd, Chestnut versus Kobayashi, unfinished beef. The battle of the century. The Glizzy Gladiators go at it.
Glizzy Gladiators. Oh. Is that happening? Chestnut and Kobayashi? I thought Kobayashi retired. Is this just because Joey Chestnut can't do the 4th of July?
I don't know.
It must
be.
I
don't know anything about this.
Joey Chestnut to face Takeru Kobayashi. I never knew his first name. He's the guy from The Usual Suspects. Mm-hmm. In Labor Day hot dog battle. They're ready to eat in the same arena for the first time since 2009. Between the two of them, they have a combined 22 mustard belts in the Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest. An all-beef hot dog battle, September 2nd on Netflix. Oh, where are they going to do this? They don't have a location yet. All right. Just when you thought he was out, they pulled him back in, Kobayashi. He said he was retiring from competitive eating due to health concerns. What took him so long? Kobayashi says, my retirement will only happen after I take him down one last time. Live on Netflix. You going to watch this live on Netflix?
No.
No?
I don't like these food eating things.
Yeah, it makes me feel icky. There aren't a lot of things that make me feel icky. But watching a food competition. But again, listen, this is perfect for Netflix. You know, they've gotten themselves into the live streaming arena now. And now that Joey Chestnut has been banned for the 4th of July. See, it's smart to do this in September. Because imagine the 4th of July in 2024, where there are multiple cities on the western part of the country right now that are consistently in triple digits, right? Everything okay?
Yeah, just.
Did you follow?
I bumped the windscreen.
Bill was so surprised at that fact that he fell over momentarily. Phoenix, Vegas, eastern side of California there, triple-digit heat. Right now, for people who live in those cities, it's nothing out of the ordinary, but it's going to be more and more normal like that. You know, you go to Vegas, it's like standing behind a delivery truck's tailpipe and not moving. Everybody goes, it's dry. Like, yeah, well, it's going to get a lot drier, but it's still really hot. So September is pretty smart. Again, I don't know where they're doing this, but imagine those kind of temperatures and you're eating hot dogs.
No, you're not eating hot dogs.
You're jamming them into your
hot dogs whole.
Right.
Play the Mary sound. That's what you're doing them.
The you're like pelicans or those animals that
they don't
drop
chew.
food straight down their throat. But
It's more like a duck.
Yeah, imagine triple-digit temperatures and you're in a competitive eating situation. Competitive eating situation. Wow. So I guess it's smart for them to do it in September. Even next week, we talked about the heat dome that's moving up this way and toward parts of the East Coast. So those temperatures that they've already had in like Houston, parts farther south and west, it's all moving this way. So like the Mid-Atlantic region, the Ohio Valley region, it's going to be 95 in New York next week.
So gross.
Temperatures of at least 90 degrees all next week. Out here, you know, you can just kick it in the kiddie pool. Maybe that's what you should do. Back in your alley there, where there's like raccoons and people getting into the garbage, just fill up a kiddie pool back there.
No.
Oh. I mean, don't dismiss it out of hand. It's arguably one of the best ideas I've ever had.
You don't have a lot of good ideas. That is true.
That's why it's easier to shoot to number one. There's not a lot of competition. But I feel, it's just me, I feel confident that you filling up a kiddie pool in the back alley of your apartment is the greatest idea I've ever had.
I feel like that will make me a target for
people who want to have a good time and cool off. Yeah,
criminals,
you're right.
Rapists.
You're welcome.
Human
Rapists.
Traffickers,
Midday.
traffickers.
Is rape a midday crime?
I think when there's 9 million people in New York.
Huh.
Probably it's happened at least once in the middle of the day.
All right, well, okay, there are no problems. There are only solutions. So what if, because see, you're envisioning yourself, I would imagine, in like a one piece in the kiddie pool. What if you're fully clothed?
Well, it's hot outside, so I don't want to wear.
But you're in a kiddie pool.
My heavy, wet. My big clothes are heavy and wet. My full body clothes.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
There's got to be a way around this because I really don't want to let this go because it's such a good idea on my part. What is the answer?
Stay in the house and turn on the air conditioning.
But that doesn't get you wet.
I don't need. Well, you don't know what gets me wet.
Ah! All right, bird.
Comfort.
Oh, comfort gets you wet. All right, well, listen. Then I'm done giving you amazing ideas, Mary.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Why don't you just use your pool that you have in your apartment building?
Don't be annoying.
Oh, do you have a pool in your spot?
Bill's like, I have a pool.
Oh, I was going to say, you're in an old
Doesn't
daycare. You
everybody
have a pool.
have that? Yeah.
Oh, Bill's got the pool.
my name's Bill.
I see.
Pool. Why don't you go swim laps in the morning, Mary? Why don't you turn on some have a
I like that I got a new voice.
I was gonna say she's really nailing your voice. It's different. It used to be like this, and now it's like, yeah, it's a little deeper. It's a little more
Thurston
Now he's
Howell.
all-
a little more
Yeah.
professorial about it.
Now
Like
he's
you're.
all, oh, my name is Bill, and I have a better life.
Wait, is he from the South,
I don't know
or
what he
is he
This
just?
is just what comes out.
Well,
when
it's
I hear
your
him talk.
voice. I mean, and you've
what I-
changed it, so you
what I
clearly
hear.
had something in mind.
Well, because he's being more, what's the word? I'm looking
Hoity-toity?
for? No.
Hoity and toity.
Condescending. Oh my God, my name's Bill. That one is when he's being annoying.
Well, I didn't take it as condescension. He was,
Yes, he was.
but it's not a bad idea. Just go to the pool where you live.
I don't have a pool where I live, Alan.
I don't either, but if he told me to do that, my answer would be the same. I don't have a pool where I live. Not in my backyard, anyway.
Oh, what a travesty it must be to not have a pool where you live.
I mean, it does sound pretty sweet.
It's very nice.
And I'm not even really a swimmer, but you get in the pool.
It's a good time.
I'm just saying, there's got to be a solution to this. So instead of being, just so I'm clear, instead of you
Hot
being
tub.
in the
Or-
alley,
Just a tub. Just fill up your tub.
Find a tub?
Just go in your tub and splash around in your tub.
could you find, it's New York, there's stuff everywhere. Could you find somebody selling an old porcelain clawfoot tub and
Probably.
put that in the alley?
How am I going
and
to get it there?
Fill it with water. Huh?
How am I going to get it there?
What, do I have to explain everything to you?
Yes, because yesterday, you know what I had to do after work? I had to go buy cat litter. And it
Did you have to ask people how to do that?
No, but it was 38 pounds,
Yeah.
okay? And that, I was so sweaty and out of breath and disgusting by the time I got that thing to the train, walking a couple blocks with it. I was like, dude, this is heavy. 40 pounds is no joke.
No, I agree,
clawfoot
but
tub.
I thought you were working out.
I'm not working out enough to make 40 pounds of 5 city blocks easy.
What happened to your cart?
Now, I had to go after work because the closest PetSmart is south of here, so further away from my apartment.
There's no place. You got to go to a PetSmart?
The only place that carries the litter that she uses, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
you
they
got to
carry it
get
at
specific
Target.
litter.
They carry it at Target, but the Target that is closer to my apartment was out of it. They carry it at Target. I mean, and then they carry it at other places, but none that were close enough.
Bill,
So
I
I
have
had
audio
to-
of Mary lifting that 40-pound bag.
It was a box.
I have audio of Mary lifting that 40-pound box.
There you go. Motion accuracy.
Anyway, how am I going to carry a clawfoot tub if I struggled with a 40-pound box of cat litter?
How will you learn if I keep giving you the answers?
Alan, a
Can't you
tub?
put wheels on it?
From where?
Get some wheels on
Go to the wheel
Amazon.
store. Yeah, there's a wheel store right next to
Yeah.
PetSmart.
So now I have to.
Don't you got your
hold
old
on.
lady grocery cart?
That's what I asked. Where's your
Yeah.
car?
Hold
She
on.
goes, I gotta go and get the other thing.
Let me go ahead and just so we're clear, this is your guys' idea of how I beat the heat next week.
Mm-hmm.
I find someone selling a clawfoot tub.
Mm-hmm.
That's step
Yes.
Yeah.
one. Find someone selling a clawfoot tub.
Facebook Marketplace.
Uh-huh.
Step 2, get wheels.
Mhm.
Acquire wheels. Step 2.
Or a cart that
Step
can
3.
handle it.
A cart that you already have for the express
It's not gonna
purpose of
fit.
grocery shopping.
It's not going to fit a clawfoot tub. Step 3, affix wheels to clawfoot tub. And then figure out how to get it to my apartment. Step 4, fill with water. Step 5, wear all of my clothes into said tub. Outdoors.
If she finally gets it.
Is that it?
Finally gets it.
Well, because
And this-
we
hold on, I'm
we
not
had
done.
a
I'm
better
not done.
idea
I'm not done.
for you to just put
I'm not done.
a plastic swimming pool back there, but you
And you
said,
poo-pooed
no,
it.
no.
You poo-pooed it.
And
Now
to-
who's being condescending?
To you guys, this is easier than me sitting on my couch with the air conditioning on.
But you're not wet.
Yes, I will be.
And you also have to take into account you're going to have your family there too, right? Your
Yeah.
sister and kids, and then also, I mean that bill's going to be fun.
Whoa. Oh.
Uncomputable.
What?
That's how crazy it's going to be. It's going to be man. I haven't had a lot of those over the years, but it's going to be a very, very high
It's going to be very high.
electricity bill if you're running the air conditioner all day.
0.0.
Yeah, that's what you want the temperature set to. Okay. Well, then I don't know how else to help you if you're taking
She doesn't-
perfectly
she doesn't
good
want
ideas.
help.
I
Don't
would
want
also
help.
like to point out I didn't ask for any help. in this situation. You
I
guys
could
just
hear it
started
in your
giving
voice.
ideas.
I could hear it in your voice. And by the
guys-
way, do you? I'm pretty good at reading people. Do you?
Mansplaining the heat.
Not
index.
mansplaining. People. Sometimes I like to help
Helping
people
a
without
friend.
them expressly asking.
Helping
That's
a
right.
friend in need.
Yes. But fine. I'll just revert to my factory settings and not help at all.
Thank you. Never help anyone. You say it all the time.
But, well,
Well, we didn't, so shut up.
don't come crying to me when you're too dehydrated to cry.
That'll never happen.
Probably right. All
So
right.
no, I'm not
So
going to do any
in
of
the
that.
house with the AC blasting.
Yes. That's the plan for next week.
Bill, you don't do that, do you? Oh, no, that's right. You have a pool
I have
back
a
there.
pool.
Yeah.
And then I
Sure
can just
he
open the
uses his
windows.
air conditioning.
I do when I need to, but you know,
He's right there on the lake. He's
On
got
the
that
lake.
lake breeze.
you get a good breeze, so I don't have to use the air conditioner all that often.
Man.
Just mostly when I sleep. But I like to keep
Nice.
the living room kind of, without that. If it gets real hot, like next week when it's 90, I'll probably turn it on. But most of the time, I don't.
Get that lake breeze. I just can't believe there isn't a place. Why don't you order that litter on Chewy or something? They'll just drop.
I absolutely can. I let it go too long, and then I
Oh.
was like, I need litter today.
I
This
see.
cat is out of litter. And if I let it go, because you obviously as you scoop it, that takes the litter out of the box. And if I let it get too low, she'll pee outside the box.
I was going to say,
No, she's-
will a cat eventually just pee wherever?
Well, if there's no litter
Girl
in there, or
splaining
if
litter
it's-
to us.
if it's all used, you're supposed to completely clean out the litter box and wash it and put brand new litter in at least once a month.
Once a month.
Yeah.
Gee, who's got the time for that? Once a month.
10 minutes.
Well, yeah, that was a joke.
Oh.
All right. Well, we've solved more problems.
Can you get a really big cat litter bin and fill that with water?
I don't want to be in water outside.
She's like her cats. She doesn't want to be in water, Bill.
I thought you liked being in water.
No, she likes getting wet, which she already said is going to happen when she's awash in air conditioning.
With
Yes.
her niece is there?
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
But all you could see was cellulite hanging in pubic hair.
Hey, I've got those Sepultura tickets for you. Do you like Brazilian metal? Well, sure you do.